We can do better than that. Good morning, Scott. All right. Good morning, parents.
Thanks, Kirby High School for coming out. So we're going to get started in the next 2 minutes. So we appreciate you all. And let's give our scholars that will be performing a round of applause.
Today performing, we will have dance, band, orchestra, guitar and piano, and many more. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the program.
the 16th century and for centuries after, Africans were captured and taken overseas where they were traded over the country to different parts of the world to become enslaved by owners. Some families were divided while some stayed together. Africans brought over many skills and trades to North America that helped shape the industry and agriculture of the continent.
Black musicians of all time have made the music world what it is today. The greatest impact of music has come through the production of many aspects of modern music. It's been thrilling to share a glimpse of how Black musicians have influenced and evolved throughout years.
Today's Black artists continue to expand the colorful beats and vocals from early music that have shaped this diverse and ever-changing industry.
Let's now hear one of the many songs that was produced that succeeds at paying tribute to the smooth styles and legendary soul artist James Brown. That is catchy, but punchy, brass, lovable, fun, and overall memorable groove. of your heavenly grace. I just want to run that good race. Sweet Jesus, I'm Lord. Sweet Jesus, I'm Lord. Well, my soul is crying, and I'm so tired of dying. How long, sweet Jesus, how long? Well, I cry out to you, Lord, on my bended knees, and I ask you where, oh my Savior, when can I lay down this load? How long must I carry this heavy load? How long must I carry this heavy load? Well, my soul is crying, and I'm so tired of dying. How long must I carry this load? They buried my mother in a distant land. And I ask you, Lord, please take my hand. I hear the thunder, I hear it roll across the sky, and it's calling on my name. I Over the years, slaves endured harsh living conditions from working one day on the plantation to being sold and traded from their families for profit. Over the course of time, freedom came about which relieved them from being owned by individuals. The abolishment of slavery gave them hope.
Thanks to the outlaw of slavery, African Americans were now free to live in certain states throughout North America where they could flourish and make a living for themselves and their families. Although they were not slaves anymore, the world still presented itself in a way to make them feel enslaved.
Around the 18th and 19th centuries, segregation was made a law. Coexisting with other races in America wasn't allowed. African Americans were discriminated against. Schools, churches, transportation, jobs, housing, restaurants, parks, and etc. were separated.
Before segregation, African Americans would attend church. The Black church was born out of protest and revolutionary reaction to racism. It was the birth of the Civil Rights Movement, where sermons were heard. Leaders like Martin Luther King would lead them into protests and movements without violence. The Black church provided the community with an outlet from fear of the world.
If I were a writer, I would use a pencil. I would use my voice. If I were a singer, oh, no matter who or what we are, we must praise. If I was a doctor, I would use my research, a prolific dissertation. If I was a speaker, I would use my hands. If I were a potter, no matter who or what we are, we must praise. Oh, people love God, bless Him. Oh, let His praises ring, let it ring with love and truth. My Lord, with our gifts we exalt Thee, merciful, wonderful God, real sweet. We must praise. If I were an eagle, I would use my wings. Ooh, since I'm a believer, I use everything. Come on, real big. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, is all ye people. Ooh, yeah. No matter who or what we are, we must praise. Oh, yeah.
The Black Church serves as a safe haven for African Americans. It was a place to worship God together, in a place where the community could come and to motivate each other on rebuilding the community. Although the Black Church was working towards freedom and peace, places and people were still segregated.
Although segregation laws were still in place, things started to take a turn for the African American community. Many thrived in life and received better jobs, while others in the community began to use their many talents to enhance the community by organizing and owning different companies and businesses.
Hey, Black child, do you know who you are? Do you know who you really are? Did you know you can be what you want to be if you try to be what you can be? Hi, Black child, did you know you were strong? Did you know you were really strong? Did you know you could learn what you want to learn if you try to learn what you can learn? Hi, Black child, do you know where you are going? Do you know where you are really going? Did you know you could do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do? Hi, Black child, be what you can be, learn what you must learn, do what you can do, and tomorrow your efforts will earn.
My dad, Mr. Miguel, wanted to reward all of the good kids that never caused him any trouble while he was here watching out for you guys in the morning before class started. When I call your name, please come up to the stage so you can receive your award. Darius Lesso, 6th grade. Angelina Bell. Luis Catamo, 6th grade. Harold Guevara, 6th grade. Jade Fuller, 7th grade. Rodney Taylor, 7th grade. Angel Gutierrez, 7th grade. Dwayne Osborne, 8th grade. Jarvez Young, 8th grade. Allison Murphy, 8th grade.
Years passed by, and in that time, the American took the civil war and the Importation Proclamation, which provided freedom from slavery. The African Americans became separate but equal.
Around the 1920s, the Great Migration of Black Americans from the rural South to the urban North sparked an African American cultural resonance that took its name from the New York City neighborhood of Harlem, which also became a widespread movement in cities throughout the North and West.
The Great Migration movement was known as the Black Resonance or New Negro movement. The Harlem Resonance was marked as the first time mainstream publishers and critics turned their attentions seriously to African American literature, music, and art.
Black Americans began to become more relevant in the music industry. Black music started to reflect urban environments through amplified sounds, social concerts, and cultural pride expressed through music. It combined blues, jazz, funk, pop, and gospel.
In the mid-1960s, Black musicians developed funk and were leading figures in the 60s and 70s genre of fusion. A few of those artists include Ray Charles, Lisa Fisker, Louis Armstrong, Aretha Franklin, Jimi Hendrix, James Brown, and Stevie Wonder.
In the 1970s and 1980s, Black artists developed hip-hop, soul music, and R&B. Soul music branched out into the more subversive disco sound.
Musically, the 1970s was a decade of great variety. Aside from disco, funk, soul, and R&B, smooth jazz, and jazz music. Artists frustrated with standard musical forms tossed them aside and started their own. A new wave of music innovation was one of them.
Let's check out one of Stevie Wonder's top hits, Pastime Paradise, which was later sampled by rapper Coolio in entitled Gangsta's Paradise.
We want to thank our parents for coming out this morning and supporting every kid that performed. We want to thank all the fine arts teachers for putting on and helping each kid perform. Thank you all for coming out and enjoy your day.
Let's give Miss Suber a hand, Miss Wheeler a hand, Mr. Barrow, Mr. Wright,